Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading. It is Monday, August 26th, and we're going to take a look here at the S&P. Yet again, I want to bring up this weekly chart, talk a little bit about what I'm watching here. So we have this big bearish divergence showing up where we've come back up just about equally high highs, but we have significantly weaker momentum using the MQ Super Momentum Indicator. And again, if you go back and look in the past when this has occurred, you had one right back here before the 2022 down move. You had one right before the COVID move. Right here where you had weak momentum. Most major down moves we see in the S&P have happened on a weekly or have been preceded by a weekly bearish divergence. Now, if you also go out and look at the NASDAQ, you can see that same thing happening here. Now, remember, for this bearish divergence to trigger, what we need to see happen is it needs to break the previous weekly low, which we haven't done with the S&P. However, with the NASDAQ, we did. We broke the previous weekly low as of today. So watch. This is bearish now. The NASDAQ stays bearish on a weekly basis unless we get back above 20,025. So last week's high. So this is looking pretty weak overall. And I think we want to pay attention to now is what's going to happen with the NVIDIA earnings coming up on Wednesday, because that's going to impact the NASDAQ and the S&P quite a bit. So be paying attention to it. For now, market's looking pretty weak. I want to see the S&P trigger the bearish divergence. And the way that happens is if we can break previous weekly low. So once that occurs, then we can look for more downside on the ES as well. There's a ton of support on the S&P between 5,000 and 5,100, where we've bottomed out before. And on the NASDAQ, same thing down where we bottomed out on this previous dip down around the 17,350 level. So if we do start selling off here pretty good, that's where we're going to look for support again. But keep an eye on it overall. That's the biggest thing I'm watching with the stock market right now. But that's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And until next time, everybody, happy trading.